Hey everybody, welcome back to Kratom Kingdom, and of course this is Chris Irving coming at you from Knoxville, Tennessee, the worst place in the world. Well, it's not so bad anymore. I've actually made a friend. He's a kid. Well, he's 34. I don't know if that's a kid. To me, that's a kid. Because when I was in my 30s, I considered myself still a hardcore kid. And he's in a band, and he's all tattooed up like I am, and he's been around the block in the punk scene, hardcore scene, the metal scene. So we have a lot in common. Except the straight edge thing, because he didn't go that route. That was my path. And anyway, we've yet to hang out because he has a very full schedule, and I'm agoraphobic and afraid to go out. So I could very easily go to the restaurant that he's a chef of, but I'm afraid to leave my front door, people. Don't know why. It's just who I am now, and I've accepted it and trying to deal with it. He has said on several occasions that I am going to drive to your house, pick you up, and bring you to a club. And I am like, very cool. That would be so much fun, and that would get me out of my shell, I think, and it would make me feel like more of a human. Anyway, this video is Kratom with Chris. I have been doing videos on Kratom for 3 years, and I've told you pretty much everything that I know about it. So I've decided to start doing a daily vlog of having Kratom in the morning with Chris. I'm going to make a video every morning of having Kratom with me. And today I am drinking green mangda. And it is this one's from Amazing Botanicals, because I got it before I got the gifts from my subscriber friend. And August is coming, and I'm gonna have to purchase my own this month, and it's gonna cost me, but that's life. That's the Kratom life. And I am going to buy from the place that he has bought me a gift Kratom from, because it is so amazing, and it's Special Speciosa. I'm not 100% sure what the website is, because it's on my bookmarks and I don't have access to them right now because I'm on my camera. So, and during these little Kratom talks, I'm going to give you some more information about Kratom, of course, talk about it. One thing that is a very key component, I ran out of this lemon juice. This is from Walmart, $3. You can also get it from Amazon for $3, free shipping if you're a Prime member, and I have started doing that because I don't have to leave my house and go to Walmart to pick it up. And it comes in a couple of days, and I usually have about 4 or 5 of those on hand at all times, because I went about a month without it, just using sugar and Kratom, and had zero effect. So the citric acid in lemon juice, orange juice, grapefruit juice, whatever citric juice you decide to use, is super important to connecting the alkaloids in the Kratom, the Mitrogynous speciosa, the main active ingredient in this leaf, attached to your opiate receptors in your brain, giving you the analgesic effect, which is the pain relieving effect. And it, from the 1,000 of my subscribers that have commented, they all say it works for their pain, and about 10% say sometimes it gives me euphoria, but not 100%. The euphoria for me went away a long time ago, so that's not why I take it anymore. I take it for the pain relief, and because it's become a ritual for me. It's part of my daily thing. Instead of just drinking coffee, which is horrible for you, for your kidneys and your, it's a dehydrator, just like Kratom is. But with Kratom, I've learned to drink a glass of water with it. After a cup of Kratom, I'll have a glass of water, because this is super dehydrating, and your piss will end up being bright yellow because you've got no water in your system anymore, because you're pissing out the water and just leaving the chemicals in your bladder and kidneys, which is not great. So you got to flush your kidneys out with water. Well, we should all, as Americans, drink more water anyway. Now everybody's got coffee, energy drinks. There was a time where I was drinking nothing but energy drinks because that was my addiction before. I would buy 5 of the Monster Javas every 3 hours. And that was how I survived work. Because, I have no energy. And Kratom gives me some stimulating effect. And it also gives me some antidepressive effects, which I love. I don't know. Tell me in the comments what Kratom does for you and why you drink it. I wish this was a two-way conversation. Not yet. Maybe we'll do a live one day. Maybe I'll have a membership and me and a member can have a video conference while we're drinking Kratom and just drink Kratom and shoot the shit. I get to know you better. You get to know me better. New news on my front. I talked to my social worker, because of my housing situation, and he said that he called the apartment that I want to get into. It's a government-assisted apartment building, tower they call it, and this particular one is just like our last one. It's a lot. It's just a big single room, like the size of your living room, probably, with a bathroom off the side, no bedroom, and a kitchen. The kitchen in this particular tower is older, and it's government owned, so it's not as well maintained as the private corporate one I lived in before, which was a lot nicer, but had a lot of shady people in the parking lot that robbed me, did horrible things to me, stole my car, stole my $6,000 computer, stole my digital projector. Anything they could pawn for meth, they did. Once they weaseled their way in my apartment, they took advantage of my niceness. And, of course, getting in was easy. Hey, man, my name is Gary. Can you give me a ride home? I don't want to walk all the way home from the mall, because I lived right next to the mall. And, I was like, sure. And once they're in my car, I hate driving because I'm a terrible driver. Since the stroke, I'm a terrible driver. So they offer to drive because they know where they're going. And I'm like, sure, man, drive. So they get my keys, they drive, and they're like, hey, can we make a pit stop? Sure, I don't care. I've got nothing to do. I'm alone, 100% alone all the time. This might be a new friend, right? So we go, and he takes me to another one of his friend's house. And then they break out the meth and try to get me to smoke it. I'm like, no, I don't mess with that stuff at all. Excuse me. And I don't know what that is. I think it's from being dehydrated. It's just phlegm. Usually goes away after I drink more water. But all I've had today is coffee and Kratom. And, then he brings another person into my life, another meth head, and they do the same thing. Once they're in, they never leave. And I hung my keys, my car keys, as you can see behind me, right there. I used to hang them by my front door, so I could easily put them there, and I always knew where they were. And so they knew where my keys were, and they would take my key when I would fall asleep at 3 o'clock in the morning from just hanging out and talking to people, which was something new for me because I was alone for 3 years. My family never came to visit me, and I had no friends in Knoxville, so these were going to be my new friends. So I'd hang out with them, take them places, go places with them, usually other meth head houses. And then I started noticing things. I woke up one night to take a piss, and my car keys were gone. And Gary just happened to not be there. So I knew what he was doing. He was taking my car after I fell asleep and driving around town, buying and selling crack or meth, whatever he happened to be that day, constantly trying to put that glass pipe to my lips. And I was like, no, brother, I don't want it. And, and I wasn't sleeping at all because these people were at my house all night. And then when I found out they were stealing my car, I started hiding my keys. Then all of a sudden things started going missing. Other things like my computer, my TV, and one guy got so bold that he took my car keys and took my car and never brought it back. And I called the police on him, and he did get arrested. He got 6 years for grand theft auto, and he was also a pimp, and he brought a prostitute. And he blamed it on the prostitute, of course, because he's a scumbag pimp, and she of course blamed it on him. So when everything went down, my apartment, but my neighbors knew something was up because there were these sketchy people coming in and out of my apartment at all times, and they knew that wasn't me. They knew I was the lonely nice guy that lived across the hall that didn't get in any trouble, and now I'm having all these ex-cons and sketchy looking people coming in and out. So they complained to the office, watch Chris's apartment because there's some weird stuff going on there. And then when my car got stolen, and when my computer got stolen, I assumed they had gotten out of a white pickup truck in the parking lot. It was a huge parking lot. And so I assumed it was their truck, and I assumed my computer was in that truck. So I went down, and with my right hand, I busted out every single window in the car. Horrible move on my part. Bad decision. Cops come, of course, and they write me a ticket for, because I understood that I was not acting under that I was acting under duress and not in my right mind. And they were cool, and they gave me a misdemeanor vandalism charge. So I went to court. I felt so bad. I paid the guy cash for all of the windows in his car, which he probably took, honestly, and bought narcotics with it. Because that's why people hang out at this place, is because it's all old people and disabled people that have drugs, I was prescribed benzos, so benzo people would want to buy my drug, and I'm like, no, I'm not a drug dealer, I'm straight edge. And but then when these sketchy people came in, they found what I had. They went through my medicine cabinet, and I wasn't smart enough to put it in a safe like I will be in my next apartment. And no sketchy people are coming to get into my apartment. You're gonna have to prove to me who you are, what you are, and you're not getting my car keys. I will drive. I've got a GPS, and I can get home from anywhere now. And so anyway, this video is basically to let you know that the structure of my videos are going to change. It's going to be a conversation with you guys basically on my life in Kratom. It's kind of be like more of a vlog. And we were drinking Kratom together. I hope you're having a cup of Kratom too, and I want to know what kind of Kratom you're drinking today. If you're watching this, you might look at this and just say, this is not what I signed up for, this is not what I became a subscriber for, and just stop following me. That's your prerogative, and I wouldn't blame you. It would suck because I really love making videos, even this style video. There's a lot of people with vlogs, and I never understood them. I would watch them and be like, what is this offering the world? At least my Kratom videos were offering information on Kratom, which I still have, and I will still give out and impart, but it'll be in a different format. And I've made a lot of friends from you guys, and a lot of you say, thank you, it's nice hanging out with you, I look forward to your videos every day. So I want to continue to make videos, and I want to continue to be a content creator, and I might start getting into something more like music, the music that I used to play, maybe share some videos of me on stage, of me in interviews, me in Europe when we were on tour, because we were a pretty big deal back in the 90s, when I was in my late 20s, or late 30s, I'm sorry, and early 20s. Yeah, I started in my early 20s was when my first band got signed to labels, and we started touring big time. Then that band led me to a better band, which got signed to a major label, and we had managers and producers and booking agents and tour buses and the whole shebang, and it was awesome. It was my dream come true. But then my wife was like, no, baby, it's either me or the band, because you're too popular. There's too many women jumping up on stage saying they want to go home with you. And I was cool enough to where I would literally push them off the stage and be like, no, I'm married. My wife is actually right behind me, behind my bass amp, because that's where she hung out. And I was a great husband. I mean, I was very loyal, very honest, and she was allowed to go with us on tour. She rode in the tour bus, which my band didn't like because nobody liked the bitch. She was horrible. She was judgmental, thought she was better than everybody else, which affected me and made me think the same way, because her daddy was a lawyer, $94 million in a bank, owned 3 houses, a $3 million house in the Bahamas that he would fly us on his private jet to the Bahamas to go hang out at. So yeah, I was digging it, man. I was like married to a rich girl. And when I got sick, he offered to send me to college to finish my master's degree without having to work. And I was like, that could be cool, because maybe if I have a master's degree, it'll give me more influence to get a job, which wasn't true. They looked at me cognitively and decided this cat can't hold it together in a classroom. So I did 1 year as a teacher after my stroke. Did not do very well. A special ed teacher has a lot of responsibilities and a lot of paperwork. It's psychology mixed with education. And I had degrees in both. I have a master's degree in psychology for children's abnormal psychology. And I also have a master's degree in special education. So I was great for a self-contained BED classroom, which the conservative state of Tennessee decided, we don't need that. We're just going to make one school and put all the kids that are problems in that school. And I didn't believe in that structure because we are who we hang out with, right? I mean, I hung out with straight edge kids and I was a bad kid, and I became a good straight edge kid. I was not drinking, not running drugs, not carrying guns anymore. I was hanging out with Hare Krishnas and Christians and all other people walks of life that were good influences on me. And I, in my opinion, was a better person. And now take all those kids that should be in a self-contained classroom mixed with good kids, maybe try to mix them together, the good kids and the kids that are having problems. They're not accepted. So my classroom was awesome. My thesis was technology in education. How can we make technology a part of education and make it fun, equal the playing field, so penmanship isn't a problem because you're typing. Every unit in my classroom had a laptop and a printer. To teach typing classes, I would set up a chat room, where there was like video, just typing, texting back and forth, instant messaging to kids across the class, to somebody else in the classroom, and they're typing like crazy, hey, how you doing? But yeah, Mr. Irving's crazy today. This is what I'm doing after school, and they're typing away, and their typing skills went from 10 words a minute to 60 words a minute, which is what they needed to pass a test to get to high school. And everyone in my class passed that test because I was good with computers. Love computers. Always have. Built my first computer at 12 years old. What made you start drinking Kratom? I had my first cup of Kratom when I was probably 43. And it was because I was having major migraines, and this guy Carl Coleman, he was called Crystal Carl because he was a shaman, and he would use crystals to heal people. and he was like, hey man, I've got the perfect thing for your migraines. You don't need to take narcotics, because that's what they were giving me, tramadol and oxycodones. And I was like, I really don't want to take those, because I'll get addicted to them. And he's like, I've got the perfect thing, and he gave me red kratom, and I haven't had a migraine since. Honestly, since I was 40 years old, I have not had one single migraine. And I have been plagued with migraines since I was a baby. My mom said I would just cry all the time because I had a headache, probably. You know, my headaches cause seizures, they cause fevers, and I had seizures and fevers since I was a baby, and stomach problems. Because my migraines, I believe, were stress-induced and a lack of serotonin. And my trogina releases serotonin, which is an antidepressant, and is good for your brain. I mean, any neuropsychologist will tell you serotonin is good for your brain. And there are other ways to release serotonin. Some probably better ways than drinking a drink, you know, that's like from the same genre family as coffee. It's just as dangerous as coffee. You know, coffee can kill you if you drink enough caffeine, or if you don't drink enough water, and you kill your kidneys because it's dehydrated, because you're pissing out all the H2O from your blood and leaving nothing but caffeine and whatever else is in a coffee bean or a kratom leaf. So this video is going to be kind of short because I just wanted to introduce the new structure, and if you don't dig it, I understand. It was great making videos. I'm still going to try to think really hard about, and I'm still going to study kratom. I'm still going to make videos, and I'm going to, but it's having kratom with me, you know, and just talking. And hopefully the comments will start coming, and I can answer your questions. We can have some sort of a discourse or Discord or whatever you would call it. What the hell's up with my eyes? Why are they all red? I don't know. I'm getting old, people. 54. And not bad as far as wrinkles go. I mean, except for this. I fucking hate this. And I don't. And I've got pock marks because I had really bad acne when I was a kid. So if you look closely at my skin, you'll see that it's pretty pocked out. But from a distance, I look alright. And I didn't do too bad when I was younger. But as I got older, you know, and lost my hair, I started, and after my stroke especially, and the left side of my mouth started falling, and my left shoulder falls, I've considered myself a pretty ugly dude. So I tattooed myself totally, I mean almost 100% of my body, just to cover up the ugliness that I saw myself as. And every tattoo was representative of another milestone in my life. So in my opinion, I've had a lot of milestones. I mean, different things from different things in my life, different bands, different girls, different, you know, different people I hung out with, different cliques, different groups. I'll talk to you guys in the next video, maybe tomorrow. It was cool. I kind of like this. It's chill, not a lot of stress on me, which is good. And I hope we can still get this channel to continue to grow. I mean, there are a lot of other channels out there that are growing that are just kids playing video games, and you're watching Minecraft, somebody playing Minecraft. Now, I don't know how more mind-numbing or useless that can be, but it's entertaining to some people. Maybe this will be entertaining to some people. Maybe we'll build some friendships or some connections. Anyway, I hope you all are doing really well. I am going to be trying to get new kratom in August. I believe I should have enough money. I'm going to try to save half my paycheck every month to fix my car, because if that dies and my mom dies, I've got nowhere around but Uber, and that could be really expensive. And I don't have the credit to buy a new car like I used to. So I've got to be extra careful with my money. I need to start having a savings account. That'll help my anxiety, because I will be able to fix my car if it breaks. Anyway, I can go on. You guys know I can talk. So I'm going to end it here. I love you all. Peace out. out, keep drinking kratom. It's good for you, in my opinion. Everything is in my opinion, of course, in my experience. Since I was 43 and I'm 54 now, so it's been a while. Anyway, peace out, people. Bye bye.